Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing amazing, and in this video I will be telling you about Canadian tax return basics for newcomers to Canada. And it is very important because it's tax season. Everyone needs to file taxes now, and of course your CA might be doing it for you, but as a newcomer it is important, and even not as a newcomer, but it is really important for one to understand about the taxes and everything. So a tax document, a tax return is basically a document that you need to file with Canada Revenue Agency, which is CRA, and here you are reporting your income, your deductions, your credits for a given tax year. Now remember this, even if you are earning in cash, you can still report it to CRA, and you can say, hey, this is what I'm getting in cash. So it is basically on you to disclose how much you're earning in cash. Otherwise, whatever goes on SIN is already there. So basically, this is not about how you can cheat the government, because technically you should not be. This is about understanding your tax returns. Now filing a tax return is of course important because it tells you it determines your eligibility for certain benefits, for credits, even refunds if you are eligible. So it's very important. And why you need to file a tax in Canada? Because when you have to, let's assume you're not well, let's assume you lost your job with no fault of yours, and let's assume something of that sort happens, then your salary has a contribution towards EI and certain other benefits, and this is how you benefit basically, right? This is how the government is providing you for public health care, for the other facilities that you get. So it's important, like in any other country, it's important to file your tax, and so it is in Canada. Now, what is the deadline for tax returns? The deadline for your tax return is April 30th of each year. Okay, now hang on, I'm sorry. Okay, that was mommy duty on call. So it is April 30th of each year. However, when April 30th falls on a weekend, let's say it's a Saturday or a Sunday, then there's an extension to the next business day. So let's say 30th April is on a Sunday or a Saturday, so you don't have to worry, you're going to get an extension to the next business day. But try and do it before that. Why to wait till the last moment? And if you or your spouse or your common law partner, if you're self-employed, then the deadline is June 15th. That means if you're into your own business, then the deadline is June 15th. However, if you have a tax liability, then your payment is due April 30th. So you have to determine in which category you fall. Now, how do you file a tax return in Canada? Now, there are various ways to file your tax return, including you can have your paper filing, or you can have e-filing using the tax softwares. Now, one easy and convenient way is through CRA website. You can log in there, you can have my account feature, and you can just go and file it. But if you prefer doing it on paper, then you can order the package online, and through CRA website, and there's a number if you want, you can note down 1-855-330-3305. So 1-855-330-3305, and you can just call. Now, your personal work and financial information is definitely required. You will need to provide everything: your personal information like your name, your address, your social insurance number, that is your SIN, which is the identity of an individual. Here every individual has their own SIN, and remember not to share this information with anyone. This is super personal to you, and no one should know this information. And if you're married or you have a common law relationship, then you will need to provide your partner's information as well, just to see that, if the certain benefits you are eligible, then it is only for a household, not both of you can individually claim it. And so it's basically required, it's a mandate. Now, there'll be additional information that you need to fill in for your tax return. You will need to provide additional informations like your income, which is on tax slips, like your T4, which is a statement of your remuneration paid year to date, whatever you have been paid in that tax calendar year. T3, which is statement of trust income allocations and designations, if any, and T5, statement of investments income, whatever investments that you may have. Now, you will also need to provide information about any deductions or any credits that you are claiming. Everything needs to be there because it determines whether you owe the government anything or whether the government needs to pay something back to you, as in a tax return. Now, receipt for income tax deductions, you should keep all the official receipts relating to your medical expenses or any charitable donations or any business expenses that you might have incurred for at least for 6 years after you file a return. So for instance, you're doing it in 2023, then please keep it for another 6 years, and then you can discard it if you want, because it is important in case they ask you for something or you're eligible for something, you might need to show the paperwork from the previous years. You may be eligible to claim various deductions or credits, including your family, childcare, and caregiver deductions, then your home buyer tax credits, disability tax credits, moving expense deductions, employee expenses like working from home or car expense in certain circumstances if it is reimbursed, and various business expenses. So you need to make sure that you have every single invoice that you can show. Now, for clarification about which deductions you qualify for, it is best to consult, of course, a tax professional. Technically, usually I've seen people doing it, they have their own CAs and the CAs file it for them, and they can charge anywhere from $30, $35, $40 to it can go up, right? So it depends. If you're filing for two together, they might give you some discount, they might not. But the whole idea is, even if they are filing, you should know what are the deductions, so that even you can ask, hey, if this is something that I'm eligible for, and you can question. So if you have a kid, then you can ask, is there any return that you are eligible for? But be sure that you have to be very clear about every investments that you have, or your payroll that you're having. Do not try and hide anything, because eventually when they're going to find it, it will come back to you not in a very good manner. So that's all. You should understand that this is the tax time, and do not panic. I would always suggest file it, even if April 30th is the deadline, try and fill it in, let's say in March or maybe mid-April, so that you are just stress-free and that's already gone. Again, if you need any information about the deductions or anything, I'm not a CA, I'm not an expert, I don't file my taxes, but I always want to learn about what I am paying for and about things related to it. So I always try and collect knowledge. And so if you have any questions, I can still help you or guide you, or I can give you links. So if something of that sort is required, please do not hesitate and write in the comment section. And take care, and I'll come back with another video. Bye. You wanna say bye?
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.